It is the Penrith Panthers versus the Parramatta Eels, and it is going to be an interesting one. Penrith making some forward changes. There is one surprise for me. So Fisher Harris comes back in to his preferred prop role. Yo comes back in the 13 shirt after coming back from injury. Coruscant this week, although he did play last week, is officially named in the 9. No Kurt Capewell, which I find very interesting. They've gone back to Lenny Leota and Tetavano as your forward interchanges with May in the 14. So that's their squad. The Eels only one change, and that is Nia Curry out, Davey in. So introducing a little bit of an offload game. Can't say that I'm mad at it. I think that this is the first game this week where we have a slight disagreement because I think Parramatta Eels are the only team this season to have beaten Penrith. So that means that they are the only team inside the 8 to have beaten Penrith so far. So they basically, if Penrith win here, you've got to say that they are the outright favourites, surely.
Yeah, you have to. I am very much at a crossroads here because I want to go with my heart. My head is telling me something.
Do it.
The thing that we do need to note is Reid Marnie is the definition of a game day decision. Dead injuries, AC joint. It is possible, that he plays this week. However, me personally, I would not take that risk. Ray Stone, no, he is not a hooker by trade, but I think could do the job. Note that we also have Will Smith in the 20. A couple of names I don't really recognise, Hayes Dunster and Samuel Hughes. I honestly don't know too much about them. I don't know where they play. So I'm curious to see if that's more a little bit of an injury hit that we're kind of starting to drop back into the depths of our 30.
I think Dunster played at the 9s, didn't he? He's more of a utility. He could step up. He could be the 9. If that happens.
If Reid goes out, it'll be Stone in and potentially Dunster or Will Smith. That would be my guess. I don't want to say this. I really don't. I'm going Penrith.
Damn it! I want to get 4-4, and I honestly backed. I came into this. I was like, if there's one game that he's definitely going to back against, he's going to go for his own team. He's going to come back to bite him in the backside.
I really hope it comes back to bite me in the ass. I hope I look like an absolute idiot next week when we record this and that Parramatta have got the sweep. I just can't, in good conscience, after how we played last week, knowing that realistically we won because Jazz was in the bin and we scored 12 points in that 10 minutes, I cannot, in my good conscience, suggest putting money on Parramatta. I probably will not put money on this game because I will already be emotionally invested into this one. But you look at it, you look at the analysis. Luai over Field every day of the week. Field does not have a passing game towards Ferguson's wing. He had a couple of plays where he ran it down that way and gave it to Wanga Blake, but he doesn't have that cutout on that right side. He has to go left and has to play towards Sevo. Penrith are going to know that. They'll probably put Mansell on that side and just try and nullify Sevo as much as you possibly can. I do like to say I am the king of the Fergos. We finally got Ferguson to score, finally got that tip right. As you mentioned, if Marnie's gone, that's a huge loss for Parramatta. He's got such a strong passing game, really good in defence. It's hard not to think that if he's out, the Panthers come in towards something like $1.30. They're currently at $1.37, Parramatta at $3.10. I think realistically that should be a little further out. I think it should be $1.30, $3.50. But that's just me. It's tough, man. I hate saying it. I really hate saying it, but I'll let you go. I'll let you go with your betting tips first, but I'm going Penrith.
Okay. So it's worth noting as well, the last two games between these sides both have a scoreline of 16-10. So maybe $1, put it on, see what happens. But that's not an official tip. That's just a coincidence. So Yeah, the Panthers, for me, are absolute obvious choice. They have done what Parramatta haven't this year, and that is remained consistent. Yes, they've not had some of the levels of injuries, but then again, a good team adapts without its best players, and that's exactly what the Penrith Panthers have done, whether they've been without Coruscant or Cleary or, Toa or, any number of their stars. So Penrith are the obvious choice. I'm going to say take the under. I think that this one's going to be a very tight game. I don't see a lot of points being in it. I'm going to say take Panthers on a 1-12 as well. I think those are my only two tips for this one. With it being, if it's the low scoring game that I anticipate, regardless of whether Marnie's in, I think it still will be tight. But it's going to be hard to pick a try scorer. Your obvious choices there are Naden or Crichton, but I think there's going to be a lot of up the middle work. I think the forwards are basically going to be used to lay platforms and keep the other team out. So, yeah, Panthers 1-12 and take the under.
The under 36.5. So Sportsbet very much on the same line of thinking as you are. Multi that for 450. Panthers 1-12 or 2.8. Yeah, look, this is going to go one of two ways, I think. It's going to be either team under 6. You can take the try bet, or the Panthers are going to blow Parramatta out. Their attackers look like crap. I question our defense on the goal line. I think, and you look at that kind of 3 or 4 minute period where Harris DeVita scored back-to-back tries. They're not tries that should be happening. One of them, okay, yeah, fair enough. So freakish last tackle play, third phase play. Sometimes those are going to get through. All right, cool. But that one where Rogers just carved them up from 85 meters away, that shouldn't be happening. Now, granted, Dylan Edwards is not Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, but they have Jerome Luai. And Luai has this mean stepping game that I am very worried about. So with that being said, I am going Penrith. I'm going Jerome Luai, anytime try scorer at $5. And I think I'm going to just stick with that. I'm not 100% confident on anything else. I think Viliama kick-out is a strong shout, but I'm not going to tip it. If I had to choose anyone from Parramatta, I mean, it's hard not to go over Micah Sivo, especially at 210. It's not often that you can get Sivo playing in Sydney at odds over doubling your money. But I think Luai into Penrith, it just makes sense. I think Luai's going to hurt us here. Cleary will benefit off the back of some freakish Luai play. Luai at $5. It's worth a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've probably been on that one for long enough then, and we will get on to the next one.